What's up guys, my name is Blake Moore, welcome to More Finance Reacts, and today the video that I'm going to be reacting to is one from our guy Paid to Drive. I've reacted to one of his videos on this channel before, but this one caught my eye. I wanted to react to it sooner, but unfortunately I just haven't gotten to it until today. It premiered September 7th, so it's like a week and a half old, but it's titled, "Whoa, Doordash going out of business. What is this about?" So by his title, it's kind of implying that DoorDash is going out of business. So I'm like, okay, what the heck? Well, what is he going to talk about? Because I know DoorDash isn't going out of business. So I'm curious to see what he has to say. So with that said, make sure you hit that like button for me and also hit that subscribe button. And let's get right into this video.
What's going on, everybody? My name is Pete, but you probably already knew that. But in case you didn't, you guys are watching the one and only Paid to Drive, and of course, Paid to Drive Vlogs, day number 1347 coming at you. Hope you are all having a great one out there. And ladies and gentlemen, if you drive for apps like Grubhub, DoorDash, Uber Eats, Postmates, just kidding, remember that? Nah, Postmates is part of Uber Eats. But if you drive for any of these apps or others, this is the channel for you to stay up to date with what is going on in the gig economy, everybody. That is correct. Get started right now. Hit that free red subscribe button down below. Turn on that notification bell so you're always notified when I make a new video. And of course, if you wouldn't mind, hit that like button down below. Just lets YouTube know I'm doing a good job. Let's set the goal at 150, and let's jump on into this. Bit of a lengthy email, so you may want to get yourself a snack, maybe a drink, and let's jump on into this. So this comes from Cheryl. Everybody say thank you to Cheryl in the chat or in the comments. So she goes, "Hey Pete, I was listening to your recent post about the poor profit margins for DoorDash, or insert your service of choice here, like Grubhub or Uber Eats, and possible end of outsourcing delivery services. While drivers may be the biggest expense of delivery services, which I don't believe, and I'll address that later, they are the main component of the service. No drivers means no delivery, and no money in DoorDash's pockets. Similar to a grocery store."
That's kind of a false statement, to be honest, because it's not like we are the ones actually making DoorDash money. The way they make the majority of their money is from people ordering through the app and by partnering with restaurants. Restaurants can literally pay more for better advertising on the DoorDash platform and all that sort of thing. They have a fee structure with restaurants. I believe there's 3 tiers. I can't remember the exact percentages, but it's like 10%, 15%, and 30%. So what the restaurant has to pay DoorDash once they partner with them. And depending on the level they choose, that's what kind of benefits they'll be getting from DoorDash. So not really sure what the email he's reading or what he's talking about right now, but let's keep going.
"If they had no food, their doors would close. I won't address the little robot cars because they are that far in the future, not the now in most markets." So I do agree with Cheryl.
And one more thing, actually. So if DoorDash didn't have drivers, they would figure out a way to still have an app and still run a business. They could literally just have a platform where you can order whatever food you want and go pick it up yourself. They already have that option where you can pick up the food yourself. This would just be an online food ordering app, and they could still make money that way. That's the thing. Like, the driver is not everything to DoorDash. Do you think in DoorDash's business model, they really put 100% of their business on independent contractor drivers? Probably not.
So far, restaurants are not going to be in a rush to get their own drivers as profit, most likely corporate office. They are required to pay benefits, healthcare, dental, etc. to those individuals if they are full-time employees. If they classify these workers as part-time, many companies offer benefits to those employees as well. No matter what the classification is, they will have to pay taxes, maybe clothing expense, and either have to purchase vehicles for those drivers and incur the costs of insurance, registration, etc., or have the cumbersome task of reimbursing these drivers for the mileage and wear and tear on their vehicles. Now keep in mind, like Domino's drivers, Papa John's drivers, those drivers use their own cars, and have to use their own gas and stuff too. I don't know if they're reimbursed, but that's a pain in the neck.
Why is that a pain? That's literally what we do.
Let's see. Sorry, I lost my spot. This is not a cost-effective route for any of these companies. The payment to DoorDash does not outweigh the expense they would incur by supplying their own drivers. Just think of something as small as meals. Most restaurants offer free or discounted meals to employees and possibly their families. This cost now increases as well, as we have seen throughout the pandemic, which is very true. There are many times where these restaurants with their own delivery services have been overloaded by orders and turned to DoorDash as a secondary delivery method. How many drivers would the restaurant have to hire to have the delivery flexibility offered by these services?
Well, this is what I'm so confused by this email is why would restaurants hire their own delivery drivers? Like, do you really think that DoorDash, with its millions of drivers and with it owning like 65% of the market share in the delivery space, that they're just, no one's going to sign up to drive for them anymore? Like, they would just probably bump up something. They would make some form of sign-on incentive, like complete 200 deliveries in your first month, get a bonus $1,000 or something like that. Like, they would do something to make people sign up, because like, I just don't get why people think like that going on strike or like doing any of this stuff that's like trying to stick it to DoorDash is even going to do anything to them. They literally have millions of Dashers and continue to get hundreds and hundreds every single day. Every single day they get hundreds and hundreds of more Dashers. So how are they just going to run out? They're oversupplied in a lot of cities with Dashers. I don't think people realize that.
If you have one or two delivery personnel, someone isn't going to get hot food, which will then affect food quality, customer ratings, as they say. Crap rolls downhill. Hiring more drivers would result wasted expenses when deliveries are slow or require employees to wear an additional hat. Driver in addition to their current roles. A different hat, right, in addition to their current roles. Let's not even get into the expense of the employee if the employee gets into an accident. I'm sure you're getting my point by now. Totally, Cheryl, totally.
Why would you hire them as employees, first of all, too? If you're a restaurant, you would just go the same route DoorDash did and hire independent contractors to deliver the food. Like, the business model is already put in place. So why would they go and hire employees? It doesn't make any sense.
Great. As far as the drivers being the most costly part to DoorDash, I highly disagree. Their first expense should be IT, which I totally agree with. Because remember when DoorDash just decides to go down and everyone loses money and loses their minds? Stuff like that, like, I know things happen, no one's perfect, but stuff like that, like, shouldn't be happening that many times, you know?
I agree with that, but still, like, whatever.
This would include employees to program the systems and the hardware and software. If IT is not the most costly component of the business, they are doing it wrong. I mean, hell, maybe they are doing it wrong, but I would have to get a better look at their operations. I know my app glitches several times during a dash. I think the article was extremely short-sighted.
I think it's funny that people honestly think like they are smarter than these executives who run DoorDash and literally run the entire tech department of a super complex algorithm that easily could have bugs in it. And that's honestly one of the most impressive technologies we've seen in a long time. So it's like, you really think you know how to run DoorDash as a business better than these people? Like, come on, guys. What is this person? Why did they send this email? And why is the title of this, "Whoa, DoorDash going out of business"? They're not, guys. They completely obliterated their revenue mark for last quarter, and their stock has literally shot up about $30 in the past 2 weeks, going up from about $190 to $220. So you really think they're just going to go out of business? Like, come on, guys.
And didn't take into consideration all the expenses incurred by the restaurants and how expanding into delivery would affect them. Delivery services aren't going anywhere in the near future. I think of mom and pop shops trying to reach a broader customer base, popular restaurants from which you love the food but can't get a table for hours. DoorDash offers flexibility that restaurants have never had. I love your videos. Thank you for keeping us all informed and inspiring great conversations. Cheryl. So, Cheryl, thank you first and foremost for writing such a lengthy message like that. I agree with you. I don't think that restaurants are going to want to hire their own drivers. And I'm sure they, as much as they hate having to pay the 25-30% commission fees to DoorDash or Uber Eats or Grubhub, I'm sure they love the fact that they are cranking out that much more business. Because you got to also think of it this way. Now that mask mandates have been basically taken away almost completely and you can go into restaurants now, I think of it this way. What if you were a customer on DoorDash during the pandemic, right, of a new restaurant? You're like, oh my God, I love this food. Well, now that the weather's good in most places, and like I said, the mask mandates have been dropped in many ways, what if those people that ordered on DoorDash are like, you know what? Now that we can go to restaurants, let's go to the restaurant. So now the restaurant has new customers that were old customers just from ordering takeout. But now they're physically showing up and spending their money there. So now these restaurants are going and getting the business like they were before all the apps ever existed and before the pandemic existed. So there is a positive side to that. As far as these companies going away anytime soon, it's hard to say. I'm going to say no, but it's...
Okay. Then why'd you title your video, DoorDash going out of business? That's just annoying. Like, so why the heck did I click on this video? This guy, guys. This freaking guy.
Anything is possible, Some companies can just go belly up out of nowhere. So we'll see what happens. But I think for now we're good. I don't think we have to be too concerned or worried. So if you guys ever want to send me anything like Cheryl did, send me an email at paytodrivestories@gmail.com. And if you want to send me another faster message, you can contact me.
Okay, yeah, keep blabbering on for the last 2 minutes of the video. Well, guys, that does it for today's video. I'm not even going to finish his video because it was just complete BS. Like, it should be called, whoa, DoorDash going out of business. Oh, wait, I just use BS titles. And if you guys want to say that I use like clickbait titles or thumbnails or whatever, you can say that all you want. I literally, anything I title the video is what the entire video is about. So you can say what you want. I know that they're not, but it is what it is. This guy, man, I'm just disappointed. That was one of the stupidest videos I've watched because it had nothing to do with DoorDash going out of business. Now, if he had actually broken down DoorDash finances and gone over their entire like spreadsheet of data of where they're losing money and all this stuff and like gone into their stock and different things like that, it would have actually been a pretty good video, and he could have come to the conclusion like if DoorDash doesn't turn a profit in the next 3 years, then they could probably go out of business. Okay, not a clickbait title, would have been fine with the video, but that was just boring. And yeah, anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hopefully you enjoyed it, but you probably didn't because I didn't even enjoy it. So make sure you just hit that like button for me and also hit that subscribe button if you enjoy my content. And as you guys know, you're the best subscribers in the entire world. And I'll see you guys and I'll see you guys next time.